And now we have to walk all the way back. And I guess this would be a pretty good time to sell my items. So maybe I'll take a look at that. And now I'm starting to get some potions. I'm actually going to put those on my hotbar number 2. And I should put my snacks on my hotbar too. There we go. So usually I have like a snack button for when I know that my health is low and I have some time to recover. And then I have a panic button, which is the potion button. And in this case I have it on 2. I usually use 2 or 4 because it's really easy to press if your hand is on the keyboard. Because you might have your hand on the keyboard using your skills, and then you could just reach up and press 2. I don't know, just always where I've put it. And it's good to have snacks. You can even, if you want to, you can use it on one of these more difficult keys to read or keys to press. Control 1, Control 2. I usually don't use the keyboard for some of those, so I may even put this up here. And you can actually just go down and double click on them and use the skill or the food. And that's probably what I would do, especially because if it's food, if you're gonna stop and eat food, it takes a little time to regenerate it regenerates over time. So I would probably have the time to reach down and I say reach down, I mean move my mouse down and double click on it. At this point we're killing these, I guess they're pea pods? That's what they look like, and that's not exactly how it's spelled. My immediate thought is to call them pie pods, because it's like PI is pie, but oh, I guess they're pea pods. So if you didn't know, killing them actually releases 2 more enemies, and these are actually used by a lot of people to get job levels at lower levels. So say I wanted to, I guess not really this low, but if I was level 20 or so and I wanted to get a job level of 20, they are good for increasing your job level without increasing your combat level as much. So it's just an easy way, especially if you have ranged attacks, you can just sit there and kill them over and over. And there's actually some other strategies you can use, like if you get a turtle, if you catch a pet turtle, they actually have an area of effect attack. So you can just sit there, and catching the turtle is free, you just have to be a certain level. So it just sits there and attacks in this circle around it, and then kills the pods, and then kills the enemies that pop out of them, and then kills more pods. Yeah, it's a pretty good way to level up your job if you don't want to necessarily get a high combat level, which for most people doesn't matter too much. And another way to do that is a trick that I used one time in Nostale. You can use it, you can kill the baby danders and chickens and stuff in the bottom left corner of the map. All the way from like level 1 to 15, and if you kill the stuff there till you're about level 20 combat or more, maybe a little more, you can actually get like 35 job levels. Well, that's after you transform, so you can get to job level 20 and transform into swordsman or archer or whatever. And then very, very slowly over time you can level up to job level 35 roughly, or more. But that's what I did one time, and I was I was roughly combat level 20, and I had the second specialist card, and it just, people went crazy. They were surprised to see because I was such a low level. I think the biggest problem I had with that was reputation, because I hadn't done many quests at that time, and to use a specialist card you actually need a certain amount of reputation, which is a problem you don't really run into unless you are leveling job level from, like, only leveling job level. You know, if you're doing the quests, you usually don't run into that problem at all. Except maybe the higher specialist cards. I don't have too much experience with them though, so I don't know for sure. Alright. We have a stronger crossbow. Actually, the crossbow is level 12 and my sword is level 7, so my crossbow might even do more damage. But I think I actually ran out of ammo. Yeah. So we can't even use it anymore. And to buy ammo for the crossbow, I believe Teoman or Teodor, one of those two, sell ammo for the crossbow, or they should. Maybe I'll go buy some, or just go look at it. And I keep forgetting to sell my stuff, which is fine. I don't really need money from this right away. I'm hoping that some point soon I can go to Frozen Ground, which is the place you get ice flowers from. You can check out my money-making guide on that if you want to learn more, but basically you can go there and collect these flowers, sell them for, I think they were selling, I checked the price earlier, I think it was around 14,000 per flower, which is kind of a lot. And if there are not many people there, you can do it peacefully. If there are a lot of people, maybe I should have killed that. If there are a lot of people, you usually can't do it unless your team is winning. And I can get into more detail, like, what do you mean teams? Well, angels and devils. But yeah, I think at some point, once we become a swordsman, I believe that's the class I'm gonna go with. Once we become a swordsman, it automatically assigns either angel or devil. Alright, so at this point, we just kill some stuff. And by the way, that time space we just did, I believe it only gives you this color of glasses. Probably in case you didn't like the other color that you got from the other time space. Also, we got a level 13 hammer, which is actually a really unusual weapon because I'm not sure that there are any other hammers that you can equip anywhere in the game. Never really thought about it. Hopefully I'm gonna level up to 13 here. No, not even close. Oh hey, there's a necklace, which actually the necklace doesn't even do anything without us putting options on it. That's kind of pointless to wear, I guess. If we have the thing, we can add the option to it. And I can show you how that's done. It's pretty simple actually, but I'll show it off when I get there. Alright, now we can do some more damage. Actually, it looks exactly the same, but that's fine. Alright, so we actually got our first buff skill. So we can actually use this battle cry. And it gives you and your pet a buff for a short amount of time. 3 minutes actually, not that short. And as you can see, all attacks are increased by 10 and defense is increased by 5, which is not that great, but it's helpful. And we got another buff. That also adds a buff to me and my pet. And if you're, in case you're a beginner, whenever you look at things, like you right click them and it shows you more information, generally all that you really care about, well, not always, but the most important text usually is in orange, so, and it's at the bottom. So like you can read here, inspired with the thirst for battle, attack powers increased. That's nice to kind of give you an idea of why it's actually a buff and like what's happening, but it's generally doesn't tell you what the skill does. And in the orange text, it actually tells you what it does. So yeah, white text is pretty useless. Orange text is not. And you can put your skills anywhere you want on your hotbar. This is just kind of what I'm used to. And now we need to hunt these pea pods. So these are kind of annoying because these are actually stronger than the ones on the other side of the map. And they have the stronger enemies inside. I usually do these last because you actually don't need to kill these little enemies. And what you can do, oh, I just wasted a potion there. I could have used a biscuit. What you can do is it actually lets you teleport out at the end of this. And so what I'm gonna do is after I kill the third pod, I'm just gonna teleport out without killing the other enemies. And I'll show you, like I said, you can spam the pickup skill. I didn't do it fast enough. Actually, maybe I couldn't do it that time. It seemed really quick. But yeah, sometimes you can spam that and it'll pick up the items even if you teleport right before you teleport. Alright, we actually made a little money from that. And now it's talking about changing classes. But I'm still not there yet. At level 14. Job level 15. That's not very good. Yeah. So I can use that necklace now. Again, it's kind of pointless to wear, just because it doesn't actually, like I said, if you right click on it, it does nothing. This maximum option means that we can put 2 options on it. And an option is basically just enhancing it a little bit. Usually not worth it for these lower level items. I'd say probably wait till at least like level 40 equipment. But in this case I'll probably do it just to show how that works. And the maximum option level is 1. I just died. I was looking at my health thinking, I might die here, and then I thought, probably not. And then I died. So, I need to watch my health a little more. So yeah, the maximum option level is 1, which means I can only use a level 1 Salon? No idea how to pronounce it, but yeah, I can only use a level 1, and they go all the way up to really high levels, like 15 or something, I don't know, maybe 10. And these things are really tough. I guess I should be using some of my skills. I've mostly just been using my basic attacks, which usually is not good enough. Wow, I died already. So sad. I've been playing this game for 10 years and I can't even survive through the first 20 levels. In my defense, I was talking and not really paying attention. I saw my health, like I said, I just didn't realize these guys hit this hard at this low level.